Konnichiwa, everyone. American in Thailand, back with you after 5 fun-filled days with my wonderful wife in Kyoto, Japan. We're going to talk about all of that in some upcoming videos. But the first video is day 1, which didn't really go as planned, mostly because of the train system problems that we had. We flew into the $20 billion man-made island of an airport, the Kansai International Airport, arrived around 8:30 in the morning on a Monday. Now, luggage service can actually send your luggage to your hotel for you. You have to have it in by 10:30. Great. We have about plenty of time since it only takes Kansai Airport and a small train into the Osaka station about 30 to 40 minutes. That should be no problem. The first issue was our Airlo eSIM cards for our phones. Even though the app was properly installed on our phones, they wouldn't work. They wouldn't fire up. And we didn't have any time to mess with it, so I had to go buy a physical SIM card. And that took about an extra 15 minutes. Finding the ATMs was a little strange. They were kind of hidden behind this large advertisement billboard. There was only 2 of them. That probably ate up another 10 minutes. Then we're starting to realize that we are not going to make it to Osaka Station in time to get our luggage to our hotel tonight. That's a possibility. So now we have to change the game plan. Getting a Suica card, which is a card that is used for trains and convenience stores and restaurants and gift shops. It's just like carrying cash. That was very easy to do. We got that and we proceeded to take the trains into Kyoto, carrying and hauling our luggage with us. We had two kind of medium-sized pieces, so not ideal. Well, the train system is a little strange as far as there's these transfers that happen. On some of these trains with multiple platforms, when you get off the train, sometimes our train would just stop and great, the doors would open and everybody got off the train, which was unusual. No one got on the train, and we'd sit there and the doors wouldn't close. And then some guy comes over and says, this train's, this train's done. It's going to go back the other way. It's going to go back the other way. Of course, everything's in Japanese, the announcements. We didn't know this, and this is where the problem began. So we started to get turned around. We actually got on a train once that went the opposite direction because of this. Now, the personnel that works at the train stations, all the guys running around their little train suits, extremely helpful, very helpful to give you directions. And we met a lot of locals too, especially a lot of school kids that would help you and do a little bit of translating on the phone and show you the way to go. Sometimes they didn't even know where to go because they never really go that way, so they had to kind of find out themselves. They know where they're going. They didn't know where we were going, but extremely helpful group of people that we met along the way. So what should have taken an hour and a half or so ended up taking almost 3 hours. By the time we started on the trains around 10 o'clock, we got to our hotel at 2:30 in the afternoon. So we were a little on the grumpy side. But we did make it, thanks to all the wonderful help of the Japanese people. Anyway, great hotel, the Grand Bell Hotel in the Gion area of Kyoto. About a 6-minute walk from the nearest train station and buses and everything else, and it's right in the heart of all the fun. Can't say enough about it. When we first got into the room, it was a little small, it seemed, because the king-size bed took up the whole wall along the back. So you actually had to crawl in and then crawl out of bed, which I'm not used to doing. But then as you look around to all the architecture and the way the people live in general, you can see that space is just something you have to get used to. There's not a lot of space. You have to efficiently use your space. And now you're experiencing what it's like to live in Japan. It's small, make it happen, get through it. We did go out to eat. We started exploring the area. There's all these wonderful long passageways and hidden alleys, and you don't know if anything's down there or not, and you walk around and it's so nice. And we came across this place. I don't really know the name of it or saying the name correctly, but we had a great time there. She was the owner and she did all the cooking for us in this really cute, quaint place. We met a Japanese gentleman there. It was his first time in that restaurant, and he had actually been to Thailand to teach young teenage monks Japanese. So that was, it's a small world. It really is sometimes. So I'm going to send the Instagram link to this restaurant, so you might be able to find it and look it up if you ever go to Kyoto. Highly recommend it. Let's talk about cost real quick. Here is the overall cost of everything that cost us. Now, we did have 2 hotel stays. When we flew back to Bangkok, we got in at midnight on a Saturday. So, you're talking midnight, you have to just directly go to sleep. So we slept there that night and stayed one more night in a hotel to recuperate. And even the food cost is included in Bangkok as well on this total trip. So if you look at the food cost here, it looks deceptively low, $414, but that is correct. We only really went out to breakfast twice. We went out to 2 restaurants. The rest of the time, we enjoyed the amazing convenience store food. We're talking about, of course, 7-Eleven. We're talking Lawson's, and of course, our favorite right down the street from us was Family Mart. We did so much walking on this trip that sometimes when we got back to the room, we just wanted to have a beer, put our feet up, and get ready for the next day and just enjoy some phenomenal convenience store food. So it kind of came out to about $69 a day on food, including a day and a half in Bangkok before we got back home. So that is kind of it for day 1. Our train mishaps definitely got cleared up later on in the videos that you'll see as we got a lot more confidence on what we were doing, and you're going to see a lot more fun things than this, and I will spare you all the details that you're seeing right now, but I wanted to let you know on day 1, since didn't quite turn into the vacation wonderland that we were hoping for on day 1. Anyway, more's coming. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. All right.